Hello boys and girls. Today we start in Clusters and we are driving to Davos because there is an issue I want to talk about that involves reviews about bikes. It's 30. Oh, the weather is not. And we are going up, as you see. This bike has 60 Newton meters and it's 650 and has one cylinder. So let's enjoy for a few moments the ride going up, so that we can talk about afterwards. I usually don't drive above the limit, the speed limit, so here is 60 and afterwards is 80. Just give it gas and she goes. But she goes okay. It's not amazing fast, but she does her job. Up. 80 on fourth gear. This bike has 5 gears. Here 80, about 90. The thing here is mostly reviews focus on commuting, highway speeds and some back roads. It's very few reviews focus on mountain roads. And I can understand that, because mostly because they don't live near mountains and so on. But here, where I live in Switzerland, it's about 80 to 90% it's mountain roads. So that's why I'm talking about this, because of the CF Moto 450, because I just see positive reviews about the bike, and as I said last time, it's a good bike. It's a good bike. So good bike. I have to concentrate, sorry. It's a good bike, but it has, if I'm not mistaken, 42, 44 newton meters. And here, for example, here in this, okay, the bus it's not so difficult maybe at these speeds, but the cars are not that slow, you know. And most of the times, if you want to overtake a car, you have to go over the speed limit, and I don't like that. But in the mountains, to overtake, you have to be quick. It's not like in a highway. That's why mostly highway speeds, it doesn't say much, because you have time most of the time to overtake in the highways, you know. Here you have to do it quickly. See, this bike is not that fast. The car was helpful. And I was going above the speed limit. See? And this is a bike with 60 newton meters. And I had to push hard for the bike. So if you have a bike that doesn't have 60 newton meters, you have to go behind the bus or behind the cars, whatever, and you will not enjoy the mountain roads. I don't say that you are going over the speed limit, but you are not enjoying because you are not riding freely, you know. That's why I think that's the reviews, there's a lack of, I would say, about reviews with mountain roads or reviews with that focus on this point. Yeah, that was the main issue for this short video, you know. That's why when I choose my next bike, okay, I have to like the bike, of course. I have to like the bike, of course. But the torque will be a big factor on the decision. No, because I don't need a bike to commute. I just ride when I have time to clear my head, when I'm on my day off. And most of the roads that I have here, and I'm not complaining, it's amazing. Most roads are mountain roads, the Swiss Alps, as they are known. And to enjoy the Swiss Alps, you have to have a bike that has torque. You can say whatever you want. You don't need speed. I don't like speed. And I'm thinking about this. It's about enjoying the ride and enjoy it with safety. Because overtaking, sometimes you need to overtake a car, you know, or a bus. And the bus are not so, as you've seen back there, it's not so easy, because the bus, when they go to speed, they go within the speed limit. Here it's 80, so it's not that easy to overtake in these days, because cars are fast, the buses are fast, even the trucks are fast, you know. That's why here, I think the main point here is on the bike for me, when I decided I'm not talking about economics, I'm not talking about comfort, I'm talking about the engine at this point. Torque is a big issue for us here in Switzerland. Of course, if you buy a big bike, a liter bike, or an adventure bike above 900 or 1000 cc, then you don't have this issue. But I don't want to buy a liter bike or 900cc bike. It's not my thing. It's too much power, and I know myself. You see? I know myself. I don't have the hands to deal with 100 or more horsepower. It is what it is. You have to be honest with yourself. This is Davos. I think you know Davos. You've been here. Yeah. I'll come back to you in a few minutes after Davos. So we are almost leaving Davos. And as I was saying, most of the reviews, like I said, focus on commuting, highway speeds, and back roads, and driving to traffic, or in village, or in town. And I understand, because, like I said, most of you guys don't have mountains nearby. It's not your main, how you say, goal. You say, but here it's another thing. Here it's a main goal. It's 80% of the roads are, like I said, in the mountains. So that's why I cannot trust that much when I see a review about a bike, because if I don't ride mountain roads, then I don't know how the bike behaves on the mountain. I can imagine if I take into regard the numbers that they say about the bike, Newton meters, blah 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 blah, the horsepower, blah blah. I hate these roads that are not finished. Shit. Yeah, and that's it. I wanted to talk about, because that's why when I say that the CF Moto is not an ideal bike for me here, not that it's not a good bike, and that's why maybe I'll try it, the Royal Enfield Himalayan. I know that the bike has also about 40 Newton meters. I can test drive it just to feel the bike, and enjoy half an hour or an hour with the bike, but I don't think it's also a bike to ride here. You can say, oh, but the name Himalayan, she is built to ride the Himalayans, and so on and so on. Yes, but it's different, yeah? The cars there, the roads there, it's everything different. Speed or torque doesn't matter for that kind of roads. Well, torque matters a little bit, maybe, but it's not the main point. It's not an issue there to overtake a car or a truck on that kind of roads, gravel roads or unpaved roads. Yeah. But the bear, I'll try both of them, the bear and the Royal and the Himalayan. I think the bear, even though the Newton meters are about 56, if I'm not mistaken, but I think it will be, I have to try it, I'm not sure. Maybe it will be also disappointing. I don't know. It's a matter for the future, no? Yeah, I think so. It's a nice road. Oh, cool, because here we have some bends. They're very nice to do. Yes, let's enjoy this bend. little bit of trail braking, yeah, you know what it is, don't you? You know why I do these bends to the right on the outside, or the inside, sorry, because here we have a lot of cyclists. Nice. It's very nice to enjoy. That's why I like to ride like the afternoon, because almost no cars. Whoa! Nice. That was nice. That was very nice. Yes. So guys, that's it for this episode, and I'll see you in the next episode. Ta-da!